Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have been watching my past few videos, you would have noticed that I titled them as my large format photography diaries. Right, this is because that these are just blog posts about how I shoot with my large format cameras. And in today's video, it will also be part of this series. I will be talking about how I replaced my ground glass. You can see that this is a broken ground glass from my 8x10 camera. I broke it a few months ago, but I have not found time to replace it. So in this video, I will show you how I replace it. But instead of making it from a piece of glass, which I did with this old ground glass, I bought the glass and grind it with some polishing compound. So in this video, I will talk about how I replace this with an acrylic sheets which is frosted on one side. This will be a temporary measure. So to test how this new ground glass, I will also do a portraiture shoot using studio strobe. So if you're interested in this, do come along with me as I take you through the process. Alright, so this is my 8x10 camera, and the bad news is that I broke the ground glass quite a few months back. As you can see here, just paste it back with some Scotch tape, but I never use it in such condition. So what happened is that the whole piece of ground glass dropped to the ground and it broke into a few pieces. So as a temporary measure, I just tape it back, although I've never shoot with it again. So I'm going to do a temporary ground glass that is using frosted acrylic sheets. This is the one I use for my ultra large format cardboard camera. So I'm going to recycle it and cut off a piece of 810. Right, the ground glass is about 10.1 inches by 8 inches. So I mark it up, and I will use a cutter to cut out the edges and then cut the corners, and I will use it temporarily. So this is a 3 mm thick frosted on one side. It's frosted on this side, and this side is clear glass, so it's thicker than the 2 mm glass that I'm using for my old ground glass, but it will work as a temporary ground glass. So let me do the cutting now.
"2,000 years later."
I have cut the acrylic sheet to size, so this is about 8x10 inch, and also cut the 4 corners, and I can fit it into the slot very nicely now. Right. So it fits in nicely, although it is 3 mm, but it fits well into the slot. These are the brass pieces that will block the ground glass from coming up. I'm only left with 3. The 4th one has been missing since the day I received this camera, but I have never worked to replace it, so maybe it's time that I should. But for now, I will still use 3 pieces. It shouldn't fall out that easy. Maybe for this corner, I will put a tape here. One of these days, I will print a 3D piece to replace it. Okay, so now the camera is ready. We have the ground glass here, and we can do a test shot. I just want to make sure that I'm comfortable in focusing using this ground glass. Okay, let's go. I've done the processing, 7 minutes of HC110 dilution B at 20 degrees and 4 minutes of fixing with the rapid fixer, and I've already give it a wash, so I'm ready to open it up. Okay, so the moment of truth. Ooh. Okay, I think it looks great. My camera might have shifted a bit, but I think that's alright. Okay. Let's do a quick review of the. So this is the first shot that I took, and you can see that Shanghai film for 810, there's a bit of base fog, right? So it doesn't produce a lot of contrast, right? And my processing, I have some issue here. So this is caused by one of the plastic bump that stick to the bottom of the processor, seems to rub against the emulsion. So I removed that bump, and I think that take away the problem. Let's take a look at the second piece of film that I have processed. I think overall it looks alright. My model eyes are wide open, I like that, and I think I leave some space here so that she can look towards the right. So I'm pretty happy with this piece. A bit of marks here and there, but I hope in the print it will not be too obvious. What we're going to do now is to do a contact print, and then we can see the print result. Okay, I'm back into my makeshift darkroom, which is my storage room. Very simple, I just put everything on the floor. So we see here UFED multi-grade paper developer 1+9, UFED rapid fixer 1+9 also. So I will not go through a stop bulb during my processing stage. So I'm using a bare bulb to do my exposure. So now the bare bulb is on. The bare bulb is just an IKEA standing lamp. So if I off the light, okay, I'm left with the safe light only. So if I were to expose the paper, I just turn on the light and do a manual counting, right?
Eternity later.
Here is the result. Because it's using a bare bulb, so I can't really control the contrast. It does look a little bit flat here on the print, but I will see what I can do. If not, I will dry this print and show you when it's dry. Okay, so instead of the bare bulb, so I'm using a UFED multi-grade contrast filter, contrast number 5, and I sort of do a makeshift cardboard and tape the filter over it. And what we see here, right, it may be hard to tell on the camera, but we see a magenta color light instead of the tungsten light. So hopefully this will help to boost up the contrast. Let's do a test strip and see again. Okay, so here are the result of my contact print. I probably have to do this in a proper darkroom because my makeshift darkroom is just too small to work with 810. I can't really film in that small darkroom with the big tray and all that. But I still managed to do some print. Let's take a look. First of all, the test strip. Right from the start, I have a problem. Recently, I replaced the light bulb in my safe light and I find that it was quite strong. It fogged the paper if I put the paper too near it, so I actually did a safe light test. I just put a 50-cent coin in this paper and then leave it near the safe light for a few minutes, and when I process it, you can see that the rest that are not covered by the coin went black. That means it's fogged by the paper, and this area that is blocked by the coin, there is very little light exposure there. So that proves that my safe light is too strong. I need to change the bulb to a lower voltage. So in the end, I use a bicycle red LED light as my safe light. So after some trial and error, so these are the test strip. I did two. This is one with the bare bulb, and this is the one where I put a UFED grade 5 filter on the bare bulb to make the print a bit more contrasty. Let me show you the first print that's first printed with the bare bulb. There are some marks here and there, mistake that I made in the contact printing. Right, so this is the one that I print with the bare bulb. It's a bit flat, I would say. The video camera may present it in differently, but to me, I see it in real life, I find it to be a bit flat. So that is when I put the Ilford multi-grade filter and then reprint it. So I hope you can see the contrast here. There's an improve in contrast, especially the face here. The blacks are still quite black, but the face, you can see that the contrast compared to the hair is now there compared to this print, which is quite a lot of gray. So okay, that's all for sharing the result of the contact printing. Okay, thank you for watching to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the process of watching me replacing my ground glass, doing the portrait shot and also the contact printing. For myself, I'm happy that I managed to do 2 portraits of my daughter. In the end, of course, one turned out to be better than the other in terms of the composition and all that. I'm also happy that I managed to do the contact print. This adds on to the series of portraits that I have been taking of her during these years. And this is the aspect of my photography practice that I love the most, to be able to take photos of my loved ones. And I'm sure that you feel the same way. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about these videos. Do leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. So do take care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hi guys, we have come to the end of this video. Please like it, share it, and finally do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you at my next video. Take care. Bye!